Hello everyone, welcome back to That BS Guy, your one-stop shop for everything bariatric surgery related. And today we're going to talk about why. Why bariatric surgery? What got us to this point? What prompted us? That could mean many things to people, but let me tell you a little bit of experience from me. And why I chose to go down this route, and maybe it might resonate with some of you it may not. I come from a mixed family, so I'm half Latino and half, lack of a better term, white. And on my white side of my family is a very large section of folks. My mother and my uncle on my white side of my family both passed away in their mid to upper 40s from cancer. Doctors believe that their weight did play a contributing factor in that. And so me being 35, I knew that I wasn't getting any smaller naturally. My metabolism just wasn't there. I can't rely on my other side of my family genes to kind of make up for that. So I had to think long and hard about what I wanted to do to better myself. In the meantime, there's a lot of things that were impacting me. And some people don't realize the gravity of how much little tiny things can dig at you over time. So, for example, I went to the dentist and I had to get my teeth x-rayed, but they didn't have one of those lead vests with the neck hole big enough to go over me. Not to mention that when I put myself into that machine, the machine rubbed against the back of my neck. And I was basically choking myself while trying to bite down on that thing while the thing was circling around my head trying to get my teeth x-rays. Small people don't have to deal with that. I fly almost every week for work. And let me tell you, you can be the nicest person in the world, but if you see me in the seat next to you, there's that look of, they'll be nice to you. They'll say, "Oh yeah, I got room and everything," but you know, deep down that they'd probably prefer to have some little skinny mini sitting in that seat rather than your chunky butt. Another thing is dating, online dating. Okay, if you happen to still be single, you could have the best profile or everything else out there, and you're just gonna get cycled behind people who kind of look better, and we just don't show up as well. That's what I'm trying to get at as online dating. And then the last thing personally for me, it doesn't seem like much, but it's a big deal. Amusement parks. I like rides. I want to go on the rides, but it's extremely embarrassing to go up there, pay your tickets, or even get the wristband for unlimited rides. I'm on it. I'm going. I'm going to ride that roller coaster like 15 times. But then you get up to the roller coaster and you can't ride it because the lap bar won't click. Yep. That happened to me, and that sucks, particularly when you have little kids going, "Well, why is he so fat?" Saying that in line. They don't mean it maliciously. They're just asking questions to mommy and daddy about why this big guy's holding up the line and why I let myself get to that point so I couldn't ride the ride. So, long story short, a lot of these things, and there's more stuff that goes beyond that. But what I'm telling you is that all these little things, they build on each other and build and build and build, and instead of tiny little things that you're like, okay, I can sweat that off, that's nothing. Now it's like, holy crap, this is now a huge issue. And then you add the cherry on top, which is personally my family's history with cancer and weight-related illnesses. It was time. I had to look into it. So a couple years ago, I actually started the process when I had a different insurance company, and I started working out vigorously, and I lost a lot of weight naturally, and they're like, "Well, do you really want to have the surgery? You seem to be doing really good." And I'm like, "I'm good. Yeah, this is great, blah, blah, blah." But as life happens, jobs change, you lose a different insurance, you don't have the time to work anymore because job's taking too much time out of your schedule. Next thing you know, I'm poofing up like the Marshmallow Man all over again. And so I had to look into it. And so I looked into what would be what has been effective for a lot of people, which I determined was the VSG, the sleeve gastrectomy. But then I also had to take another look at myself and go, okay, my family history is just atrociously filled with people who are obese. So I need to do something that's going to counteract that aspect as well as giving me a jump start, which is what the sleeve will do. So I was bouncing between the Roux-en-Y bypass and the newest surgery that is being done, which is the duodenal switch. And I chose a duodenal switch because from the studies that I have read, that it has the longest success rate for people keeping off the weight. So with VSGs, sometimes people will lose weight, get down really well for like 3 to 5 years, and then they'll slowly trickle back up. Same thing with the Roux-en-Y, or the gastric band. But the duodenal switch seems to have a really, really good success rate on not only losing the weight, but keeping it off. So I had my surgery on April 6, 2019. Today is April 20th, so it's only been 2 weeks. And I feel great. I feel fine. I'm still not fully healed yet, and I'll be continuing. If you want to look for the my journey series or my progress series, whatever I named it, you'll see as we go through this how it's working for me. So right now is a good time to hop on that bandwagon and get on there. And I'll be posting videos typically every Saturday or Sunday, and answering the questions on Twitter and what have you as well. But that's really what happened to me. So if I just had to make a big change, and if I was going to do it, I needed to do it, and I did it. And so if you're in a situation where you're contemplating doing any type of surgery, first and foremost, I highly suggest speaking with your doctor first, making sure you get their insight. I had my doctor's blessings. In fact, every doctor that I've seen since I've been moving around has suggested that I could have weight loss surgery. And so they were 100% on board. And in another video, I'll get to the where and how and all of that, because I did find out that my insurance wouldn't cover it, so I had to go a different route. And I'm sure some of you might be curious about it. As far as my progress of today, I'm only 2 weeks out from my surgery, but I started my pre-op weight at 378 pounds. I had my surgery at 363 pounds, and now I'm at 335 pounds. So lost a decent amount of weight. Having to wear some of my old smaller clothing. Small is a subjective, mind you. But ultimately, it's a progress. We got to keep to the plan and keep things going, and I'm really looking forward to see how this is going to pan out. I'm trying not to get too impatient because I'm an impatient person, and that's just the way I am. Yeah, if you have any questions, feel free to drop them down below. Also, please subscribe if you feel that this video was worth your attention or time. Really appreciate that as well. And then I also have a Twitter. I'll post that at the end of the video, so if anybody wants to ask questions or chat it up on there, feel free. That's what it's for. Alrighty, everybody, thank you for listening. Thank you for watching, and I will see you in the next video. Bye-bye.